Welcome back, everybody. My name is Grace, or Gibby, and this is the intro to my fourth episode of my Fresh Start series, where I'm playing a low-level ranger and experiencing the game and showing how I progress and grow with the account, with the character. What you're looking at right now is some sped-up footage of the leveling grind I did off-screen. I believe I went from level maybe 14 to level 29 on camera. Or 28 on camera. And let's see, I can't remember exactly if I did the same method the whole time. But what I did do was the Wing of Tiamoth, and I started from level 13. I fought the Wing of Tiamoth with the Galanoth guest and a light weapon and a light pet. And I did that until level 27 or so. And then after that, I went to do Sizzlers because I wanted to show people who may be looking into the video later that Sizzlers are a much better way to grind levels from level 15 to level 35 because they're bugged to give tons of XP at that level bracket. At level 36, they give normal. At level 14, they give normal. But at level 15 to 35, they give crazy XP. But I wanted to do it without power leveling methods, so I did Wing of Tiamoth for a long ass time. I think it took me 30 minutes, and then in about 5 minutes of doing the Sizzler method, I got 2 Sizzlers, and that would have been more XP than I'd gotten during the whole Wing of Tiamoth grind. So if you're looking for a way to level up your account, feel free to do it the way I did, but I do recommend the Sizzlers, which are found in the Geocastellum MC quest, specifically the intro quest. And again, it only works if you're between levels 15 to 35, but that is what I recommend for early leveling. I've got a timestamp in the description, so you can skip to the actual gameplay part of the video if you like, and I'll redo my intro there for people who just skipped ahead. But this is the leveling grind if you're interested. Again, it took me like 40 minutes to get to level 28, and then when I did Sizzlers, I got a ton of XP very quickly, and I actually fleed the second Sizzler because I didn't want to level up too much. I wanted to keep it like pretty, not too artificial. I wanted to keep it pretty low level. So I skipped the second one, but if I hadn't, I would have gotten way more XP. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. So I'll play some music, and today I managed to legitimately, completely legally download some of the old Artix music, Artix Entertainment music from like 12 years ago, or older than that even. So I'll be playing some of that along with this clip. So hope you enjoy that, and I'll see you in the main video. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Grace, or Gibby, whatever you prefer, and today I'm here with the next episode of my Fresh Start Account from Scratch series. And for anyone who's missed the last few episodes, we are currently a level 30 adventurer, and we're playing a ranger build, and we're looking to level Archer, Neko, and maybe Rogue if we have time. So the first thing I'm going to do is use this new tool here. And if you don't know what this is the new music that they've added. And you should be able to start hearing it now in the background. And ooh, what a banger, honestly. I never bought the 2 miscs in the Z Token shop that give like the passive music. So I've never played Adventure Quest with music. But like I had YouTube open and stuff, or like Spotify, but I've never played with music in game. So like that's dope, I think. We're gonna train up our stats. If you're wondering how I got this gold, I got it off screen doing Ballyhoo videos. I think this was 3 videos, gave me like 20k. So we're probably gonna stop training Dex after this, and we're gonna switch to either Charisma, Luck, or Endurance. But I'd say if you're a low level, like low level 50. Train up your main stat to 150 and then train a secondary stat of your choice. But anyways, playing Adventure Quest with music, man, like, whoa. It's just beautiful, honestly. It really is. So let's see. I think there might have been a misc I wanted to get in here. I can't remember, to be honest. Let's get the Paladin's Oath, because this boosts Charisma and Luck. Could have use for it. Recovery spells, I don't think so. Shields, do we want any new shields? Got some level 10 shields, those could use upgrading. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to put the XP grinding at the beginning or at the end, but I did grind to level 30, and I'll probably talk about that a bit during the clips, so I won't say anything about it now, in case I put it at the beginning. But let's buy a new ice shield and a new energy shield. Okay, just a moment. So we're gonna do some shopping, enjoy this relaxing. Like really, I'm just very glad, honestly. I think it's great. I'll buy the Eddy shield. Why not? What does it do compared to the water shield? It has a range defense focus. It looks different as well. I mean, you can't not choose the Eddy shield. Look at that, beautiful. Okay. So now we're gonna do some weapon shopping. And while we do some weapon shopping, I need to let you know about some stuff that I learned. I was doing some research. And if you see my inventory, you might remember the Boom Boomerang, this weapon, is old looking. The Boatman's Bow, new looking. The Whip, old looking. The Ice Bolo and the Zing Shot, old looking. Silent Stars, new looking. Crossbow, new looking. Basically, if your weapon looks old, so something like... not like that. If your bow looks old like this and it has like an old description where they say how much damage it does less damage than modern weapons. So this frostbow and this crossbow, the frostbow just does less damage than the crossbow. And it's like there's some complicated reasons behind it, but basically over the years they've buffed weapons. And so the old weapons that haven't had those buffs are weaker. That being said, it just looks dope. I might buy it anyways. No, we're gonna sell some items. Super crossbow, magical crossbow that can hit. All right, well we have to buy this. This is just dope. So we're gonna sell most of our items. I'm gonna sell everything but the light bolt crossbow for now. And then buy some replacements. So this is just when you're on a new account, unless you're doing power leveling, which I do have a video on. I'm hoping to make another one in the next couple of months because there's been some developments of the strategy. But unless you're power leveling, I recommend buying new weapons every 10 to 15 levels, or more often if you're interested. I mean, you know, play the game to have fun. If you want to buy new weapons, buy new weapons. But I'm actually not too concerned about Siren Spear. Perfect storm of wind that whips up a tidal wave. Why not? Let's buy it. Throwing knives. These are actually quite useful. Cursed scythe, really. Okay, so I know I was just saying how old weapons don't do as much damage, or at least many of them. But like, I gotta buy some of these, you know. Like, I'm never gonna use these normally, so I'll just buy them now. Have some fun with it. Be a little suboptimal, and let's organize the inventory the way I like. I like to go in the order of elements, so I put fire, water, wind, ice, earth, energy, light, darkness. But it doesn't really matter what you do. Okay. As long as like you enjoy the setup, like do whatever. Okay, so we've got our mists. Now let's look at our pets. So I did some pet shopping in the XP grinding. The Fuzzly does not work. That's an old pet. I just thought it looked cool or different. These ones are all up-to-date pets, so if you ever want to buy the Vampragons or the, those types of pets, those will work. But that's enough shopping for now. What I'm going to do next is buy an offensive shield. And it's not truly an offensive shield, but it sort of works as an offensive shield. And it's going to be found in the Hairy Situation quest. I had to pause and look that up. But, so this shield isn't actually offensive. In fact, your meeting with Queen Saphira was not without importance. Say it, don't say it. Why not say it? I think it's going to damage me as well, to be honest. Yeah, I kind of expected this. Never trust a vampire queen. Oh, what the hell? That's the whole quest? I thought I was going to have to fight some monsters, I'm not going to lie. But, well, the reason we did this quest is for this dope-looking shield. I'm not going to lie, I had no idea that the clouds went by. That's sick, man. But basically what it does is it restores SP when you block a monster's attack. And at low level, it's pretty much random whether or not you block the attack or don't. Not random. Obviously, if you have more defenses, oh, also, quick interruption. The battle music, whew, it's sick. It's sick. But anyways, as I was saying, you'll block. Choose your arrow. Are you serious, my guy? That's so dope. Wait a minute. I think you can do some. Oh, hold on. We're getting dogged by this werewolf sphere ability. Also, we have the Moonwalker's Grace spell. It costs mana, so you can only use it at a lowish level. But it gives you, that's so cool. I gotta look up this weapon real quick. Because this weapon might do like 0 damage. But it lets you pick the element every turn. Like, what? I don't know, that's dope. That's dope. I just think that's dope. I'm so sorry, I've gotten so off track. But this shield, basically, if you dodge attacks, you'll gain SP. So see how I got a 16 SP back? And that'll let me use my archer skills more often. So that's the reason I got the shield. And now I'm just doing the quest the other way to see if I get a different shield unlock. And no, seems to be the same one. But anyways, so that is the shield upgrade. The next thing we're going to do is, and because at a high level, you wouldn't want to use a shield that's the wrong element, but at a low level, it doesn't matter quite as much, or much at all. So that's why I'm using this shield, because the other shields don't really give me much benefit, aside from lowering the damage I take by like 5%. Okay, so I'm going to come back in one moment. Alright, so archer training, we're just going to be a creature known as Steve, or a creature of scorn, whoever. And this is the same as the other archer quests. You just fight a bunch of monsters. I think I am going to get rid of this Galanoth guest because, oh, see that? We dodged the attack. We got 24 SP. It's just good to have. I think I'm just going to use Frank and Twilly. But, yeah, I'm gonna see what happens if I use Prodigy's bow on this, because I think it'll do water damage. Interesting. But anyways, we're just gonna do some archers quests, and do I have an energy weapon? No? Ah, whatever, we'll just use fire with my super crossbow. But this crossbow, I looked it up, it actually does do pretty normal damage for weapons at this level. So it basically just gets to attack with 3 elements for free, whatever you pick, as long as you can click on the small ass hitbox. So this is just like a relic of, you know, old weapon. Oh, I have him healing me. Oops. And when I'm doing damage. This is just a relic of like old weapons that do weird stuff. But you know, I think it's fun, so I'm gonna use it for a while. And like, I think that's the beauty of playing a low-level account in Adventure Quest. First of all, I know when I was a kid, I think I played from like, well, I'm not gonna like give myself too much personal information, but I played from like very early elementary school to like before middle school, and I maybe got to level 80 maximum. And I know that now I can get to level 80 in like 3 days if I power level an account. Which is just funny. Oh, I'm not even looking at the elements. Switch to dark. Let's go silent stars. Do I even have the shield equipped? I do. Let's also use Gargonaut Helm. Gargonaut Helm just boosts my accuracy and the accuracy of my pets and guests. But like when I was a kid, I think I got to level 80. I remember like my most distinct memory of the game is going for the Shadow set. At the time, I think it was called the Shadow set, or maybe the Twilight set. To be honest, I don't really remember. But I would go for the Shadow set every day that I played. I don't know if I got to play every day. I think I had like rules or whatever about how much I could use the computer. But I would go for the Shadow set, like the same exact quest every day. And I would get like 7 or 8 battles in, and then I'd be done for the day for one reason or another. So I would never get the Shadow set. But I kept doing the same quest, and I would like learn all the monsters, and like I knew every monster in there by heart. But I just think that's like, you know, like, I like the games for its mechanics, but I think a lot of people also like it for the nostalgia. Like, look at the GOG, bro. Like, everybody in a new game would laugh at this, but in Adventure Quest, I feel like it fits right in. What I'm saying is, like, messing around with these low-level accounts and playing around with items and not power leveling too quickly, I think there's a merit to it, to enjoy the game. So even if you're an experienced player, or if you have like several level 150 guardians, I really do recommend playing at these low levels. Like, it is true that sometimes some quests aren't scaled correctly, and sometimes you'll fight there was a famous bug in one of the Misfixit quests where you'd be like level 20. You'd just be fighting level 20 monsters. But there was like a misinput monster ID. So every once in a while, a level 150 Skeleton Knight would just pop out and one-shot you. So like, yeah, the early game has some caveats for sure. I'm not saying it doesn't. Excuse me while I drink some water. Make sure to stay hydrated. The early game does have some caveats, but I do think it's very enjoyable, and I've had a great time playing this account. The reason I haven't made too many videos, honestly, is because I'm not exactly sure what to do. I'm thinking that after I train Neko and Archer, I'll have like my base armor skill set acquired. So maybe after that, I'll start going for specific items. But also, oh, Scorn. I thought his name was Steve, Dude, I know this sounds dumb as hell, but I swear this guy's name was Steve a minute ago. I swear in the quest dialogue it said his name was Steve. Okay, let's attack with a spear a little bit before we use the bow version. It's not really optimal to attack with the spear, but I'm gonna just do it anyways for fun. Oh, I didn't mean to equip that. But I really do recommend the early game. You can have a lot of fun with it. You can have you can like mess around. There's lots of weird stuff that you can't really do at high levels, but I am taking recommendations on quests to do. I figure like, well, I'm not sure what people want to see. If people have preferences, do they want to see me power level the account? Because that's like what most people end up doing. Do they want to see me do random quests on a low level, so get that like different kind of gameplay perspective compared to a high level, where the meta is much more solved? When I say the meta is solved at high level, it's not really solved. There's still people figuring stuff out like every 2 weeks. Anodyne figures out a ton of stuff. Dizzle figures out a ton of stuff. John figures out a ton of stuff. Not to toot my own horn, I figure out some stuff as well on occasion. Oh, that was so quick. Wait, hold on. I swear, guys, I swear it said the boss's name was Steve in this like Archer Quest dialogue. Bounty. A reward is offered for proof of the defeat as the creature known as Hairy Teeth. He is to be punished for heinous crimes, including singing several rounds of 99 bottles while keeping others waiting at the latrine. Based. Kill his ass. But anyways, the meta isn't solved at a high level, but it's much more stagnant. Because at a low level, you can really just do whatever you want. Oh, Zero. Oh, I'm healing him with my pet. Jeez, dude. Gotta pay more attention. But, nice Vampragon. Do I have a guest for this? No, I don't. Okay. Well, I'll just hide you then. Oh, I forgot to buy a mist. Let's see what my next ability is. Weakening shots. Timing or weakening shots? The only enemies who you stop to have a long fight with are those who can handle more than one arrow. So you've learned to slow them down. Enemies you inflict with status effects deal even less damage to you. Ah, so this is a passive effect. If the enemy is choking or bleeding or burning, it does like 5% less damage. Those numbers aren't exact, but that's roughly what happens. But anyways, at a low level, you can kind of just dick around and do whatever, especially if you're a mage, because the wizard class is super busted. So as a mage, like, the whole game is open up to you. Like, you can do quests that are 40 levels above you and still roll them. And archers are quite strong too, I'm not gonna lie. But that's why I think, like, for the future of this series, should I keep progressing the account, or should I just explore and play at a low level? And maybe, like it's not recommended to do Mastercraft sets at a low level. But maybe I'll do it anyways, just for fun. And, you know, get those early strong items. Like, for example, the Fujin Shield is one that I really want, because it boosts dexterity. So instead of this SP dodging shield, I could get like a real offensive shield and use that. So just thoughts that I have. Let me know if you have any strong opinions. If not, I'll just keep playing around and having fun on this account. But yeah, so we're just questing, and I think this is really like the normal thing to do on a new account, unless you're power leveling. And again, I don't really recommend power leveling because I think you miss a lot of the game. Well, there's good reasons for it, but I don't really like it. But I did make the guide, so I made a guide. So I mean, who knows? But either way, if you're whatever build you are, there's a tier 1 class for you. So mage, fighter, ranger, archer, rogue. There's always a class you can do. And then scholar too has some funky stuff you can play around with. Whoops, phone call. But anyways, before the phone call interrupted my thinking process, what I was saying is classes are a good way to sort of schedule your progression. In general, tier 1 classes, so fighter, mage, and what's his face, rogue, archer, they work until level 30 to 45. So as you level them, you can start at level 10, and then they'll sort of work well for you up to level 30 to 45. I think archer might actually work a little higher level because of some of its abilities, but I haven't tested that out yet. It's just a theory. Same with mage, it has some very strong abilities when you combine them with certain effects. But in general, those types of classes, you can progress up to level 45 or so with them before they start being ineffective. Then when you get to things like Wizard, Knight, or Ninja, they can go a little higher. To be honest, Wizard and Knight, so mages and warriors, are much more up to date and useful than something like Ninja. And that's because Ninja is simply just so old that I'm not even sure if its effects like still compared to even basic attacks. Like I think they might do even less damage than like it's just a level 50 armor attacking each turn. I don't have evidence for that. I just know that the formulas were old and they were weird back then. So it might be underdamaged. I'll probably get to testing out Ninja, to be honest, once I train up Rogue, because Ninja is sort of a ranger class, at least technically. So who knows? Maybe I'll test out Ninja and let you guys know in a couple weeks. But yeah, so classes I think are a great way to schedule your progression, and they end up at tier 3 when you get to level 70 or so, and that's when your tier 2 classes start to fall off. Wizard doesn't really fall off at all until like level 110 when the defenses become too weak. But that's just because Wizard is kind of busted. But then you can use Paladin or Necromancer, progress your account further, start filling in your other armor slots. And so it's sort of like a great way to schedule your progression for the game and like have a plan for what to do. So that's why I like the class system. I think it's good for the game and all that. I think it's a great way to plan out how you're going to play and what you're going to do. Hairy Teeth. I think this is the 4th quest. So this should be the second to last boss we fight, and then we'll be done with Archer. This video so far about 20 minutes in, give or take. So we'll see if we get to do any Neko training. Might do Rogue training instead because that'll go quicker. But we'll see. Yeah, but most of these monsters that you'll fight at low level, I'll point something out if I see something interesting, but most of them are quite basic. They're quite simple. Nothing too special with any of them. Like the Hydra, you might have noticed earlier in the quest, I fought one or fought two. It has a mechanic where when it gets to low HP, 2 Hydra heads pop out, so it does more damage. But you know, everything is pretty simple. Nothing too complex. I think what we are going to do is I'm going to take maybe after I get level 5 Archer, I'm going to take on a quest boss, specifically the Hardbake Oven from the recent Frostvale quest. If you're looking at this 6 months in the future, you won't be able to find the quest. It'll be behind the Frostvale paintings during the December-January season. But I figure while we're here, I might as well show the quests, do the boss, have a little fun with it, get the armor. But yeah, so a little bit of class questing, a little bit of boss questing, maybe item questing. I think that's what I'm gonna plan to do every once in a while. Okay, level 4 Archer, there we are. I'm running out of tricks to teach you, figuring things out before I have a chance to explain them. You've got to test your timing against multiple threats. I've got the occasion in mind for you to learn to track your targets and shoot consecutive shots. It's time to get to work on that third menace I'd mentioned. I have no idea what she's talking about the third menace, but let's pretend I paid attention. It was a great tragedy before you came to Babylon. Many people lost their homes, lost everything. They made their way here to start over. A lot of people became heroes then, sacrificed. Okay, I'm done with the lore, I'll be honest. You can read through it if you want. You can go like frame by frame, but listen. I mean, it is what it is. Okay, well, it's hard to go frame by frame through that, but I'll click these ones a little slower. Okay, so we got some knights. We're just messing them up. Let's use... Do I have a wind weapon? Siren Spear. Let's see what this does. It's my Fire Vamp Dragon. Call it a day. So I'm just clobbering his ass with a spear. See what it does. It should have a special attack. I think it's a 20 proc. Use the battle log to check. Okay, so let's see. Unsuccessfully rolled a 34 to proc their weapon special 20. So it's a 1 in 5 chance of the special attack happening. So we should see it soon. I just like to see these old animations, you know. Like, look at this. It's got a charm to it. I mean, I think it does. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I like the aesthetic. Also, I should have mentioned this earlier, but about the music. Currently, it's a little jumpy. You'll notice it sort of cuts out right after a battle ends or right after you flee or anything. They're hoping to patch that. I actually I was chatting up with somebody and they said that the flash code, I think their name is Marseille or something. My apologies if I got that wrong. But first of all, banger tracks. I don't think you guys have heard the boss battle music yet, but it slaps as well. With banger tracks, a great job. But they were saying how the fading in and out feature doesn't, if I understood them right, they were saying how the fading in and out feature doesn't actually work because of some flash like jank, because it's like 2004 coding, you know, the whole system. So the flash jank is like holding back the music features from working too well. So I think they're working on making the music fade in and out, because that's been a big request from players who've been, you know, playing with the music. Because that's the only thing I really don't like. Everything else, I think it's great. Oh, here we go. Oh my, are you guys watching what I'm looking at? Good grief. Good grief. Oh my gosh. How old is this weapon, bro? Oh no, man. Hold up. Ain't no way. Oh, kitty cat. What's good? Oh, there she is. There is no way I just saw that special animation. Oh my gosh. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? No way, man. Oh my, how bad is this one gonna be? Look at this, dude. Is this also a 20 proc? Oh, I think it's not even a proc weapon. I think it's a 0 proc. Let's see. Oh yeah, no special attack on this one. If there's no special attack, I don't really want this weapon, to be honest. I kind of like the specials, but... Oh, I forgot to look at the 4th ability. My bad. It's actually a very important ability. So special arrows. Sometimes a creature is tough enough that arrows are best used to get toxin into their system, or a whole lot of blood out of said system. So when you click this ability, you get poison arrows or bleed arrows. I think I'm gonna do the bleed arrows. No real reason, but he should take some harm damage after his attack. So look, he'll take 33. Are you serious? Damn! God damn! So anyways, strong ability. I haven't used the poison one yet personally, but strong ass ability. Let's use Siren Spear. I'm gonna use the Prodigy's Bow and I'm gonna try the bleed. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do read enemy. This makes the bleed more likely to inflict because it gives me 11 status points while using a bow. So bleed arrows. Yeah, he resisted the bleed. That's okay. I'm not too worried about it. But anyways, I do really want to see that special again because it was horrific, dude. Unequip Prodigy's Bow. Did I not click unequip Prodigy's Bow? Does that button not work? Let's see. Okay, so I have Prodigy's Bow right now. Unequip Prodigy's Bow. Nothing happens. Okay, so that's a bug. I'll report that later today. I'll report that in the Discord because that's they have a bug report channel. But anyways, so now you know if you're using Archer. But anyways, as I was saying, I really want to see this Siren Spear special again because that was horrific, dude. That was just so ugly. Like, are you serious? Oh my word, man. Alright, I'm so glad I have this recorded so I can go back and watch it. Like, I almost don't believe that I even saw that. Like, maybe I'm delusional. It wasn't that ugly. But I swear it looked like a crayon-colored wave, man. Like, oh my goodness, dude. That's crazy. What the? Can I even kill this guy? Look at that. Fat heel. Damn, son. I'm sure I can kill him. Let's use his grace, because why not? Gives a dex boost, so you know, more damage. More damage and accuracy. Yeah, but for some reason, this weapon is a 1 in 5. Look, it's 20, so 20 out of 100, 1 in 5. But I just seem to not be getting lucky to proc it. But that's okay. I'm not too worried about it. Oh, he just minigunned my ass. I love these types of monsters that do random stuff. This is actually based off the Shadowhunter and Night Slayer class. I should have mentioned those when I was talking about classes because they're actually some of the most up-to-date classes, relatively, for how old they are. They have a lot of cool effects. They have some statuses, they have some burns, they have some fears, they have some dodge effects. I think they even have a backlash effect, now that I think about it. I know he's weak to earth. We're just going to keep attacking with the spear, because I really want to watch the special. But the Shadowhunter and Night Slayer class, I believe you have to be level 35. Hold on, I'm going to fact check that. Okay, yes, you need to be level 35. Oh, here we go. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way, bro. Who drew that, man? Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm done with this weapon. Honestly, that's hilarious, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's hilarious. But anyways, Shadowhunter and Night Slayer are two pretty cool classes for low levels. I think they start at level 30 and they scale to level 60 to 70. So if you're grinding, I really recommend checking out one of those. You can only have one at a time, but you can look through both of them before you start training one, and then switch to training the other. If you do want to switch in between, you do lose all the progress in the other class, so it is kind of inconvenient. But I mean, it's not that big a deal. So I'd say just pick one, and they're pretty similar. They have some differences, but they're quite similar. So you'll get a similar experience no matter what you pick. But they are pretty cool classes, and they work really well against Darkovian creatures. So yeah, just keep that in mind for if you're grinding up an account, hit level 30, looking for something new to do. I guess I could actually, maybe I could do that. I just realized. Well, we'll see. I hate manure. That's a status effect? My brother in Christ. Let's use lead enemy. Sherwood. Sherwood is the name of my owl, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I probably looked at Sherwood and said, Sherwood's the name of my owl, and been like so surprised like 3 times. Like I probably just forgot, but phone endurance of special arrows. My brother in Christ, calm down. You're not that guy. Okay. Anyways. I'm sorry, this music I like this music, man. Maybe I'll be tired of it in like a week, but I like the music. I'm not gonna lie. So we don't even see the bleed damage because the poison damage overrid it, but the bleed did 35 damage. You can check in the battle log. It did 35 damage, so it's quite effective. It really is quite potent. It's one of your strongest tools in the early game, in my opinion, because the power 1 bleed is it's quite strong. Did it hit him? I don't think it hit But let's check out the poison arrows. I'm not biased. Let's check out the poison arrows as well. Poison power level 2, energy damage. I think that's from the Twilly pet. So we couldn't inflict the poison. I'll try again on another monster. I'll try again on the next guard, because he's literally the same guy. Special arrows, poison arrows. Man, he does not want to be poisoned. I'm actually going to take off my Twilly guest because he drains some SP, so I'll just attack this guy down. No real hurry. But I want to get some SP back to use the poison arrows, so that's why. The dodge shield helps with that, but taking away my guest will also help. But yeah, I think we're getting pretty long in this video, so I think after this I'm gonna do the hard bake oven boss, and I'm gonna buy the ice armor, and then after that I will call it a video. But we got level 5 archer, and we're gonna unlock a cool new ability, which I intend to use to beat the hard bake oven boss from the quest I keep talking about. So yeah, we'll just auto-attack this guy down. No real need to rush about any of it. It would be cool if we got more great swords in the game. If you look at this guy's sword, I believe that is a great sword. The big ass handle and the two things, like the two hot bars. Not hot bars, what am I saying? Crossbars? Is that what they're called? I can't remember. But I used to play Dungeons and Dragons, and I would always play a fighter because I was very young and I just liked hitting things. In the game, of course, I didn't. Well, I did do martial arts as well. Wonder if the two are related. Something to think about. But anyways, I think great swords are dope, man. And I know that, like, I don't even have a warrior. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even have a warrior account. The only time I play warriors are when I'm speed questing with H series. But is the quest not over? Oh, I think the quest's over. But anyways, that armor and weapon looks pretty cool. I think Archer level 5. Nice. So we just got Archer level 5. I'm going to click Master Archer. Unfortunately, you have not met the requirements to unlock Master Archer. You must be at least level 95 and a level 5 Archer. Stop by my shop if you need other gear for now, but we can talk about this later when I'm level 95. So Master classes, right now they're only available for Fighter and Archer. The next one will be Mage when Mage is revamped. But Master classes are basically class armors that you can use at a max level. And they're only happening with the new class armor revamps. So it'll happen for tier 2 armors eventually. But you know, they're still working through the revamps. And so they're not there yet. But anyways, back when I'm level 95, we'll check back in with her and see about getting that. Oh, I forgot to get the item I needed for this. All right, hold on. We'll be right back. Whoops. So the item I need for this is the newest misc from the memorial shop at Yulger's, which is the Queen's Crown. Oh, I'm not level 150. Come on. Which is the Queen's Crown, and it summons a royal companion. It's a misc that summons a royal companion, and specifically, this royal companion is a pet or a guest, sorry, that can paralyze the foe at a very high rate. It has a very high rate to attempt the paralysis, and you have to win the infliction roll for the paralysis. But either way, it's a very effective solution to take on this boss, because this boss has a very strong regeneration effect. Is this not the boss music? Is this the boss music? I'm not quite sure. So, Royal corgi. Like, check this guy out. He is just adorable. What a precious little guy. But we're gonna use Paladin's Oath actually to buff Charisma and Luck. And then we're gonna switch to Archer, and we're gonna utilize the new Ice Vampire, and we're gonna use the newest skill that I just unlocked, which is Per My Last Arrow. And first, I'm actually going to use it next turn, to be honest. I want to use Read My Enemy because it gives me a lot of bonus damage. But so here we are. We're casting some abilities, getting some buffs stacked up. Oh, I forgot to make him paralyzed. But you'll see with this boss. The Paralyze, so begins emitting a Regal Aura Paralysis. If the Paralyze inflicts successfully, I'll show you what it does. But so we've used both of our buffs. We've used our Dex Boost and our Read Enemy. So now per my last arrow, I attack once, and I attack again. Which is just dope, honestly. But the foe has enough Force of Will to resist my aura. Kind of tough. And so now he's going to heal 100 every turn, which is kind of a lot. We can barely... I don't think we can actually outdamage that. But if my boy paralyzes his ass, my boy ever paralyzes his ass, good grief. Okay, well we might struggle to beat this boss, but the goal is, I'll show him when I paralyze him, but homie is not getting paralyzed. Alright, we might run into trouble with this boss. But either way, I did show you the Per My Last Arrow ability, which is quite cool, I think. Yeah, so he's gonna regen again here, so I think we might have to give up, but either way, I'm very happy to have... Oh! Okay, so paralyzed, he gets Spirit Shock, and now he can't regenerate SP. So for 2 turns, I can do full damage to him, and he won't regenerate any SP. So he won't use his regen ability. So I might be able to kill him. It's going to be a little bit close, honestly. I wish I had a bit more SP so I could use this ability again. Oh well, here's what it is. It's going to be real close. 10 damage. Okay. Are we going to clutch it? Click to have the corgi focus on damage. Okay, put in your bets. Are we going to take down the boss on the last possible turn? I'm thinking we are going to. Watch this. Ooh, Dome checked his ass. Let's go, baby. Not even close. No, but like this looks sort of like a fun little thing that can only happen at low levels, where you end up on 8 HP after killing a boss. Like, there's a whole story that led up to this quest, by the way, but go play through it yourself if you're interested. It's quite fun. It's got some good jokes. There's a couple of fourth wall breaks. There's a really good couple of good references. So there's like 10 good references, honestly. I really enjoyed it. But we are going to buy these items. So the items are the Nightmare Plate, and I can only get the level 15 version, but I can upgrade it later on with the item upgrader, because that's available to adventurers as well. And I'll go through the item upgrader eventually, but it's in the online. So like if you go on a browser, Battlon.com, and you manage your account, you can go to your character and then upgrade the items on your character, which is quite dope. It's quite dope, it is. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to call it here for the episode. We had a clutch little boss fight, enjoyed some of that music, and I had a great time playing, and I hope you guys did too. Have a great day. Spread some peace and love to the people around you, and treat yourself to something nice. See you all next time, and have a good one.